ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्द राधा कान्द नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवे प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं। योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसूक्तां सञ्जीवयति अखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्नां अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणां नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। जयदं सुहृदो पङ्गोर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पादाम्बुजो राधामदनमोहनो तमादिदेवं करुणानिधानं तमालवर्णं सुहृदावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्र सेतुं भजामहे भागवत स्वरूपं। परमानंद पाठाय प्रेमवर्षीयक्षराय दे सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमोऽस्तु मे। गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालय कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा हरि ओम तत्सत्। So welcome all the devotees for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, third chapter, 44th verse onwards. तत्र कीर्तयतो विप्रर्षेर्भूरि तेजसा अहं चाद्यागमं तत्र निविष्टस्तदनुग्रहात् सोऽहं वा श्रवायिष्यामि यथाधीतं यथामति। तत्र कीर्तयतो विप्रश्रेर्भूरि तेजसा अहं चाद्यागमं तत्र निविष्टस्तदनुग्रहात् सोऽहं वा श्रवयिष्यामि यथाधीतं यथामति। ओके उमा।
तत्र कीर्तायतो विप्रार्षेर्भूरि तेजसा अहं चाद्यगमं तत्र निविष्टस्तद् अनुग्रहात् सोऽहं वा श्रावयिष्यामि यथाधीतं यथामति।
हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा। वासवी माता जी।
तत्र कीर्तयतो विप्रर्षेर्भूरि तेजसः अहं चाद्यगमं तत्र निविष्टस्तदनुग्रहात् सोऽहं वः श्रावयिष्यामि यथाधीतं यथामति।
सिनी माता जी।
तत्र कीर्तयतो विप्रर्षेर्भूरि तेजसः अहं चाद्यगमं तत्र निविष्टस्तद् अनुग्रहात् सोऽहं श्रावयिष्यामि यथाधीतं यथामति।
Very
Hare
good.
Krishna.
Jubi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Tatra kirtayado vipra vipreshe bhuri tejasa aham chadagamam tatra nivishastanu grahal soham vastrayishyami yadadidam yadamadi.
Mayuri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. तत्र कीर्तयतो विप्रा विप्रशे भूरि तेजसा अहं चाद्यगमं तत्र निविष्टस्तदनुग्रहात् सोऽहं वा श्रावयिष्यामि यथाधीतं यथामति.
Very good. Vivek Prabhu, translation, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna.
O learned Brahmanas, when Shukadeva Goswami recited Bhagavatam, there in the presence of Emperor Parikshit, I heard him with rapt attention, and thus by his mercy, I learned the Bhagavatam from the great and powerful sage. Now I shall try to make you hear the very same thing as I learned it from him and as I have realized it.
Very good. O learned Brahmanas, when Sukadeva Goswami recited Bhagavatam there in the presence of Emperor Parikshit, I heard him with rapt attention, and thus, by his mercy, I learned the Bhagavatam from that great and powerful sage. Now I shall try to make you hear the very same thing as I learned it from him, as I have realized it. Who is telling this to whom?
Sutta Goswami
Siddha Goswami. Yes, to whom?
to rishis headed by Shaunaka Muni.
Very good. So, Sutta Goswami is telling this to Shaunakadi Rishis. Okay. Rishis headed by whom? Shaunaka Rishi. How many Rishis were there? 88,000. That was a rough calculation given. Okay. So many Rishis were assembled there in that. Which place this was spoken?
Naimisharanya.
Naimisharanya. Yes, I remember. Naimisharanya. Okay. And the first Bhagavatam between Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, where it was spoken?
Bank of Ganges River.
Sukatal Prabhu.
Sukathal, yes. Madaji, it is in Muzaffarpur?
Yeah, near Muzaffarnagar Prabhu.
Yeah, okay.
Muzaffarnagar.
Muzaffarnagar, okay. Okay, Sukathal. So this is in Naimisharanya. So when Sukadeva Goswami recited Bhagavatam there in the presence of Emperor Parikshit, so Sukadeva Goswami was instructing this Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit, who had received a 7 days notice of death. So he heard that Bhagavatam with rapt attention. Sukadeva Goswami recited this Bhagavatam, Emperor Parikshit heard it. And not only Emperor Parikshit, all the sages assembled there also heard it with rapt attention. 7 days and 7 nights. And thus, by his mercy, see, he is not giving the credit to himself. It's because I have learned it, I am giving this. No. By his mercy. Whose mercy? By the mercy of Sukadeva Goswami. So every Shishya, every disciple gives the credit to the spiritual master. Even Srila Prabhupada, he gives the credit when devotees or disciples say, Prabhupada, you have done a lot for us. Okay? You have taken a lot of trouble at the ripe age of 70, came to America and delivered us from this horrible condition. Prabhupada says, no, it's not because of my ability or my capacity. It is by the mercy of my Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, that whatever I have done, that is just because of his mercy, and the credit goes to him. So he never takes the credit. So similarly, all the disciples, sincere disciples, gives the credit to his spiritual master. And he in turn gives to his spiritual master. That is how the Guru Shishya Parampara comes. So nobody takes the credit. Everyone is empowered by his spiritual master. Okay, it is because of my intelligence, because of my ability, because of my knowledge. Nobody says that. Only an arrogant person will say that. Okay, materially oriented, they want to get more name and fame. They will say that. Okay? Even a pious man will give the credit to his material guru. Okay? Now, suppose we are learning something material also. Let us assume that we are going to college or other universities, especially if you go just 25, 30 or 50 years before, there are a lot of respect we had given to the guru, the teachers. But nowadays it's all gone. Okay? Nobody cares for the teachers. Both teachers and the students are all wanting money, name, fame. There is no proper Guru Shishya disciple or Guru Shishya relationship or teacher student relationship nowadays. Everything is for money. So it was not the case just 50 years before, even materially speaking. So what to speak of spiritual, that discipline succession that comes, Guru Shishya Parampara. So here, Siddha Goswami is giving the full credit to Sukadeva Goswami. By his mercy, I learned the Bhagavatam, not with my intelligence. Okay? That is, we have to understand that. Without empowering, without empowerment, it is, and even Prabhupada's disciples say, Prabhupada orders or instructs his disciple, go and open center in London, go and open center in China, or go to Iran, or go to Pakistan. So they don't have any idea where they're going. It's simply because of the empowerment of Srila Prabhupada, they are going there and starting the center and very successfully, coming back or making devotees. It is empowerment. It is empowerment. So we don't understand that. So I learned the Bhagavatam from that great and powerful sage. Now I shall try to make you hear the very same thing as I learned it from him as I have realized. So whatever he has heard it, as it is, he is transferring. He is not adding anything, or he is not subtracting anything from that. He is not diluting anything. As it is. That is what Prabhupada has given us also. Bhagavad Gita as it is. What Lord Krishna wanted to instruct Arjuna, the same thing he has given to us also. It's not manipulating anything, not misinterpreting anything. Whatever message Krishna wanted to give Arjuna, the same message Prabhupada is giving to us. So this is the parampara system. This is the disciplic system. So one can certainly see directly the presence of Lord Sri Krishna in the pages of Bhagavatam. If one has heard it from a self-realized great soul like Sukadeva Goswami. So if the speaker is spiritually oriented, if the speaker is a devotee, and similarly the hearer, the listener is also a devotee, the connection can be established very easily. The communication goes from heart to heart. The Guru-Shishya relationship, the communication is from heart to heart. But in the material world, the communication goes from brain to brain, head to head. That's why when they get the knowledge, the head becomes heavier than the person who has given that knowledge. But here it is from heart to heart communication. Even without properly undergoing a systematic study, by the mercy, how Lord Brahma got the knowledge? How did he get it? By learning the books. How did he get it? The first sloka of Bhagavatam.
And his mind through the heart.
How did he get it? Lord Brahma.
Lord Vishnu I mean, through his heart, when he did
Yeah.
tapasya.
Tene Brahma Hridayadi Kavaye. So just transformed. His heart got transformed. In other words, he imparted the required knowledge to Brahma, to his heart. No, he actually got only 4 verses, Chatushloki Bhagavatam, and he could expand. How? By his own intelligence, by his own ability? No, by the empowerment of Vishnu. So that's what, the disciples get empowerment from the spiritual master. We are empowered when he, especially when pure devotees blesses us. Why do we seek blessings from our elders, especially from spiritually oriented devotees? Why do we take blessings? So that with their blessings, we also get the right knowledge, the right spiritual knowledge, and we can practice that knowledge for our spiritual progress. So they can bless us, they can award us. They have the potency, they have the sugurdi. With their potency, with their spiritual potency, they can bless us so that we also become like them. We can imbibe their qualities. So we need to seek blessings from our spiritual masters, from senior devotees. If we want to progress or advance in spirituality. So one cannot, however, learn Bhagavatam from a bogus hired reciter whose aim of life is to earn some money out of such recitation and employ the earning in sex indulgence. So Prabhupada is cautioning us. What is cautioning us? That one should not hear from an unauthorized person who is simply interested in making money, name and fame, and use that in sense gratification. There are, especially in the age of Kali, there are many people who utilizes their knowledge of Bhagavatam for their survival, just for maintaining. Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam is not for the survival. It's not for maintaining their livelihood. Okay. It's a spiritual subject and it should be given freely. Each one teach one while being taught by one. That is what. As we learn, we have to teach others. Not for money. This is about the Supreme Lord's Leelas and instructions which can deliver us from this material existence. As we are getting benefited, we should also allow others to get the full benefit of this. So whatever little capacity within our capacity, whatever is possible, we should try to give to others also, wherever possible. It's not that we can, transform others. Even one person, if we can give this, really good. But before that, before we try to give, we should learn, we should implement, or we should practice that. Without that, nobody will listen. So we have to practice ourselves before we try to give. Just in the aeroplane, if there is an emergency, there will be an announcement. You have to put your mask first. Then only you assist others to put the mask, this oxygen mask. Similarly, this we have to understand, contemplate on it, and practice. Then we should give to others. Without practicing, how can we give? If my hands are tied and somebody is asking, please untie mine, the other person's hands are also tied. Okay, that person is asking me, please untie me. Can I do that? It's not possible because I'm not free. My hands are also tied. So I should be free first to help others. Similarly, I should practice. Then only I can give it. So no one can learn Srimad Bhagavatam who is associated with persons engaged in sex life. I mean, those who are fully engaged in sense gratification cannot give this knowledge. One should have a regulated life. without regulation, especially in the Grihastha Ashrama. We're all in the Grihastha Ashrama. We should have regulation. Okay. What are the regulations that we are supposed to follow? The main 4 regulations.
Meat.
What are the 4 main regulations that we are
No,
supposed to follow?
no
No
gambling.
gambling.
Yeah.
No illicit drugs.
No illicit drugs.
Yeah. So, no intoxication, no gambling, no meat eating, no illicit sex. Okay. These are the 4 gross sinful activities. So, we have to avoid these. We have to regulate our life. Only then we will be able to understand the science of God. If we are indulging in this, we will not understand anything about spirituality. Prabhupada very clearly says that. So, that is the secret of learning Bhagavatam. Nor can one learn Bhagavatam from one who interprets the text by his mundane scholarship. There are many literary personalities, materially oriented. They are very intelligent. They have written many stories or novels or so many such books. Even they must have got some awards. But they won't be able to speak on Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita because they are materially oriented. Why they are doing it? They are doing it for money, name, and fame. From such people, we should never listen Srimad Bhagavatam, never learn Bhagavatam from them, even though they may be speaking about Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Because whatever they are telling will be influenced by their imagination. But we should hear from a devotee who is totally sold to Bhagavatam. Because such devotees are beyond the 3 modes of material nature, Guna Atit. But are we Guna Atit? No. But what we are doing is whatever Srila Prabhupada and other senior devotees have given to us, we are just simply repeating. We are not adding anything. So if we misinterpret, then gone. We have to we should be a postman. What is the job of the postman? He collects the letter and as it is, gives to the recipient. Does he open the letter and changes the message? No, he doesn't. Whatever he collects, he gives to the addressee or recipient. Similarly, whatever Prabhupada is given to us, elaborate purports are given with examples, with quotation from various scriptures. We have to simply repeat and we have to explain that. So we are in the right parampara. We should not add or we should not misinterpret anything. So one has to learn Bhagavatam from the representative of Sukadeva Goswami and no one else. If one at all wants to see Lord Sri Krishna in the pages, that is the process. And there is no alternative. Sukadeva Goswami is a bona fide representative of Sukadeva Goswami because he wants to present the message which he received from the great learned Brahmana. So as we have read earlier, whatever he heard from Sukadeva Goswami, he is repeating that message as it is, and as he has realized it. Sukadeva Goswami presented Bhagavatam as he heard it from his great father, and so also Sukadeva Goswami is presenting Bhagavatam as he heard it from Sukadeva Goswami. Simple hearing is not at all. Simple hearing is not all. One must realize the text with proper attention. That's why Prabhupada always says, don't read my book just like how you read a novel. You scrutinizingly study my books. When we read some storybook or novels, just go through it. Just fast. Within 1 or 2 days, we finish the book. But here, no, it's not that way. We have to scrutinizingly study it. Read it, contemplate on it, understand, then apply that. That is how we read. Then you teach. As you teach, you will revise and you will also become perfect. So that's what Prabhupada says. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, Swadhyaya. We say Swadhyaya. What is Swadhyaya means?
Self-study.
Yeah, self-study. How do you do that? Hmm? There are
Contemplating.
five limbs of Swadhyaya. I think last class I have explained that. Shravanam. First, listen from the pure devotees. Okay, that is Shravanam. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So it starts from Shravanam. Then Mananam. That is, we have to recollect whatever we have heard. Now suppose we have heard some class, we cannot immediately remember that. We have to recollect. How we can recollect, especially when some examples are given. There are some stories or some examples. Okay. So we can recollect with that point. That's why we have to make notes. Especially there are certain points that we have to write down. We may not remember everything, especially we are in the age of Kali. So we have to make notes, and from that note we can recollect. So that is Mananam. Then Nidhi Dhyasanam. Nidhi Dhyasanam means contemplation. You have to contemplate on the subject matter. Okay. Then Pathanam. We have to study that. We have to recite that again and again. Then Kirtanam. Preach and glorify. So these are the five limbs of Swadhyaya. Okay. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, Pathanam, Kirtanam. This is how we have to study. This is scrutinizingly study. Not just go through, not just run through. Okay. That's what Prabhupada also reiterates here. Simple hearing is not all. One must realize the text with proper attention. The word Nivishta means that Siddha Goswami drank the juice of Bhagavatam through his ears. Okay, we drink through ears. That means Shravanam. We usually drink through our mouth, right? But here, this nectar is taken through the ears. Krishna Rasayanam Pibat means drink. Okay, through the ears. That is the real process of receiving Bhagavatam. One should hear with rapt attention from the real person, and then he can at once realize the presence of Lord Krishna in every page. But unfortunately, we are so dull-headed in the age of Kali. When the Bhagavatam class starts, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, that time we go to sleep and we'll get up, Mahaprasade Govinde, that time we'll get up. This Sarvabhama Prabhu used to say that, people are very much interested in attending Bhagavatam. The moment I say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, they go to sleep. And they will get up, Mahaprasade Govinde. Because we have no ruchi, we have no taste, we have not developed any taste for Krishna Katha. No one can give rapt attention who is not pure in mind. No one can be pure in mind who is not pure in action. No one can be pure in action who is not pure in eating, sleeping, fearing, and mating. But somehow or other, if someone hears with rapt attention from the right person, at the very beginning, one can assuredly see Lord Sri Krishna in person in the pages of Bhagavatam. So this is a secret. Secret of knowing Bhagavatam is mentioned here. You should be giving rapt attention, Shravanam. They should be open. Not that is kanse suno, is kanse chodo. ISKCON means people mistake it. Is kanse suno, is kanse chodo ne. Is kanse suno, take it inside to your heart. Deposit there in your heart. Okay, rapt attention. And when we hear with rapt attention, what will happen? The mind will get purified. Consciousness will get purified. And as the mind gets purified, our thoughts will be purified. As the thoughts gets purified, our words, speech will be purified. As the speech gets purified, our activities or action gets purified. This is how we have to study Srimad Bhagavatam. And so if we practice this, then we can see Krishna in each and every syllable of Srimad Bhagavatam. Every syllable. Prabhupada says, not necessarily even one sloka is not. One word is enough. If you recite or if you read with rapt attention, that will purify us. So thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the first canto, third chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Krishna is the source of all incarnations. So this is about the incarnations. How many incarnations is listed here in this chapter? How many incarnations?
21. 20.
Not 21.
20.
No, 24.
Not 24.
Okay, sorry.
Again, one more chance.
23.
22. Okay. 19, 18 and 90, Krishna Balram. Okay. No, 19 and 20, Krishna Balram. 21,
Buddha.
Buddha. 22, Kalki.
Kalki. Afterwards, I have written Prajapati. That's 23.
Okay, so this is the third chapter. We end here. So any questions or any comments before we go to the next chapter? Any questions or any comments? Okay, so we'll go to the next chapter. And this chapter is entitled The Appearance of Sri Narada. Who is Narada? How is he depicted in our Hindi movies and other movies?
Comedian. Comedian.
Great disciple of
Eh?
Comedian, like a comedian. He is depicted in movies.
great devotee. Was a great
He is a
devotee.
devotee, yes. We understand, we know that he is a devotee, but usually Narada, who is having jealous and who spread rumors about others, like that is
Yes.
depicted
He's taking-
in the general in the view of general public. That is how he is depicted, especially in the movies and all. But Narada is a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. Okay. Param Bhakta. So what is the meaning of Narada? The word meaning Narada? What is meaning of Yashoda?
Who gives
Yes.
fame?
Yes.
Yeah, who gives fame? Yashas. That means to give. So what's the meaning of Narada?
Narayan, who is giving Narayan.
One who
gives
can give
Narayana
Narayana.
mantra?
Yeah,
No.
one who gives Narayana. He can deliver us Narayana. He can give us Narayana. He can give us Krishna. So we have to hold his lotus feet very firmly because he can deliver us Narayana. He is a Param Bhakta. And Krishna likes what he likes? Not serving him directly. Serving his devotees. Devotees. He likes that. So when we serve the devotees, Krishna is very happy. And we, bypass all the devotees. We want to serve only Krishna. We don't want to serve anybody. We will not get Krishna like that. Only when we pleases Krishna's devotees is Krishna pleased. So we are now in the chapter 4, appearance of Sri Narada. Okay. Vyasa uvacha iti bhruvanam samstuya muninam dirgha satrinam vruddha kulapadi sutam bhravacha shaunuko bhavet. Vyasa uvacha iti bhruvanam samstuya muninam dirgha satrinam vruddha kulapadi sutam bhavracha saunako bhavet. Okay, Jiveshwar Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Vyasauvaja idi bhruvanam samstuya muninam dirhastrinam vriddha kulapadi studam brahvija shauna gobravat.
Okay. Okay. Then Mayuri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
व्यासोवाच इति ब्रुवाणं संस्तूय मुनीनां दीर्घसत्रिणां वृद्धा कुलपतिः सूतं वहव्रच शौनकौ अब्रवीत्.
Very good. Vivek Prabhu, can you please?
Vyasa upacha iti bhuvanam samstuya muninam dirgha satrinam vidaha kulapati sutam brihascharjas anuptabhavi.
Saunako Bravit. Okay. Okay. Then Sini Mataji and Vasavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Vyasavaja idi bhuvanam samstuya muninam dirghasatrinam vruddhas kulapadi sudam bahraja saunako bravit.
Okay. Vasavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Vyasa uvacha iti bhruvanam samstuya muninam dirgha satrinam vruddha kulapati sutam bahracha shaunako bravit.
Very good. Uma, can you please read the translation?
Hare Krishna. Vyasadeva said, on hearing Sutta Goswami speak thus, Shaunaka Muni, who was the elderly, learned leader of all the rishis, engaged in that prolonged sacrificial ceremony, congratulated Sutta Goswami by addressing him as follows.
Vyasadeva said, on hearing Sutta Goswami speak thus, Shaunaka Muni was the elderly, learned leader of all the rishis, engaged in that prolonged sacrificial ceremony, congratulated Sutta Goswami by addressing him as follows. How come, from where Vyasadeva came?
He was also there, Prabhu.
Yes, he was also there. In what context? Who has compiled this? Yeah, Vyasadeva only. Right? He himself has compiled it. This conversation between the two team of personalities, that is Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj and Sutta Goswami and Shaunagadi Rishis. He has compiled it. So on hearing Sutta Goswami speak this, Shaunaka Muni, who was the elderly learned leader of all the rishis, engaged in the prolonged sacrifice. How many years sacrifice they were doing? In Amisharanya?
1,000 years.
1,000 years. Yes, 1,000 years. What was the intention of the sacrifice?
For the good of people in general.
Ah,
Kali, the people.
yeah, for the people in general, for the good of people, especially in the age of Kali. Kali is approaching, fast approaching. For their good. Okay. So even there, even that time, 5,000 years before, they knew that Kali Yuga is going to be very, very bad. And so for the benefit of people in the age of Kali, they were doing sacrifice. what are we doing for the coming generation? What are we doing? So they were concerned about us. Just see, few hundred years, you just go, before, they, especially the forestation, now it is deforestation. They plant trees, not for their benefit, for the coming generation. So our forefathers, they were concerned about the future generation. Whatever possible, the best thing that they could do for us, they did it. So 1,000 years sacrifice were carried out, then 5,000 years for the people, for the good of, for the people good in the age of Kali. Prolonged sacrificial ceremony. So they congratulated whom? Siddha Goswami by addressing him as follows. Shaunaka Rishi. In a meeting of learned men, when there are congratulations or addresses for the speaker, the qualifications of the congratulator should be as follows. Okay. So the speaker and the person who is congratulating him, they both should have some qualification. So here we are talking about the qualification of the person who is congratulating. That is Shaunaka. He must be the leader of the house and an elderly man. He must be vastly learned also. Sri Shaunaka Rishi had all these qualifications. So he is the elder in that group, is vastly learned. So he was fit to congratulate Siddha Goswami. And thus he stood up to congratulate Sri Siddha Goswami when he expressed his desire to present Srimad Bhagavatam exactly as he heard it from Sukadeva Goswami and also realized it personally. So not only he heard it, he realized it. Okay. As I told you earlier, just reading is not enough. One should realize it. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshina. Darshina, realized, seen. Only such people can become spiritual masters. If they have not realized it, how we can accept them as spiritual master? So here there are, great personalities, exalted devotees who are eligible to impart as they have learned it and as they have realized it. So personal realization does not mean that one should, out of vanity, attempt to show one's own learning by trying to surpass the previous acharya. So it should be in line with the previous acharyas, not surpassing their instruction, not belittling their instruction. Some people, they don't know that, he has not done correctly, he has not written correctly. One should not do that. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, okay, is telling what is it? Which Acharya? Sri Vallabhacharya. Vallabhacharya has written commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, and whatever literature or whatever writings devotees present to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first is reviewed by Surabh Damodar Goswami, his personal secretary, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Without his approval, nothing will be shown to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he told Surabh Damodar Goswami that I have written this, please show to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And but I have made some correction. Sridhara Swami is the actual commentator of Srimad Bhagavatam. Is a great, respected, exalted devotee. So Vallabhacharya is told that I have made some correction. There was some little bit here and there, some mistake. And he didn't like that, the way he expressed that Sridhara Swami's commentary is not up to the mark, in other words. So he couldn't. Then with his insistence, Vallabhacharya told, he is also a devotee. please show to him. Then when Swarup Damodar Goswami told this, got very annoyed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You are not accepting the previous Acharya, the exalted devotees. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. And he told openly, those who are not obeying the instructions of the master, okay, they are like prostitutes. Openly said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told. Because he is trying to surpass Sridhara Swami, who is an exalted devotee, who has done wonderful job of commenting on Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada quotes this, Sridhara Swami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, Baldev Vidya Bhushan, many times in his purport, in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, other literatures. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu really chastised, but then he understood his mistake and asked forgiveness. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to him that one should not do that mistake. We have to glorify the Acharyas. Just see Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, with very humble mood, humility. Whatever Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur has not elaborated in Chaitanya Bhagavata, that remnants I am taking and trying to elaborate. I have no eligibility to say anything what he has written in. I cannot write. So always giving due respect to Vrindavan Das Thakur, and whatever he has elaborated, he is not daring to elaborate on that subject matter. Whatever he has left, the remnants, he is trying to present it. That's what he says. Always he gives credit, full credit to Vrindavan Das Thakur, who was composed this, or was written Chaitanya Bhagavat. So here, Prabhupada is also trying to say the same thing. Personal realization does not mean that one should, out of vanity, attempt to show one's own learning by trying to surpass the previous Acharya. One should never criticize. One should never try to surpass the instructions of previous Acharya or belittle previous Acharya. He must have full confidence in the previous Acharya. According to time, place, and circumstances, he can give some new examples, okay, in line with the previous Acharya. And at the same time, he must realize the subject matter so nicely that he can present the matter for the particular circumstances in a suitable manner. Yes. And according to the present circumstances, in a suitable manner, one can present it without deviating or without diluting from the principles. The original purpose of the text must be maintained. There should be no dilution to the principle, the original text. No obscure meaning should be screwed out of it. Okay, don't try to make our own interpretation present in such a way that I am better than the previous Acharya. Yet it should be presented in an interesting manner for the understanding of the audience. How beautifully Prabhupada, instructs us. This is called realization. The leader of the assembly, Shaunaka, could estimate the value of the speaker, Sri Siddha Goswami, simply by his uttering Yatha Ditam and Yatha Mati. And therefore, he was very glad to congratulate him in ecstasy. No learned man should be willing to hear a person who does not represent the original Acharya. So no self-proclaimed guru we should not listen to. We should never listen to any self-proclaimed guru. That is dangerous. That is risky. We will be deviated. We will be out of path. So we should follow a guru who has a guru. And who has a guru. And at the end, to Krishna. That is what we are telling disciplic succession. Unbroken chain of disciplic succession. So no learned man should be willing to hear a person who does not represent the original Acharya. So the speaker and the audience were bona fide in this meeting where Bhagavatam was being recited for the second time. So as we all know, the first time in Shukatal between Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. Second time in Naimisharanya between Sudha Goswami and the rishis headed by Shaunaka. That should be the standard of recitation of Bhagavatam so that real purpose can be served without difficulty. Unless this situation is created, Bhagavatam recitation for extraneous purpose is useless labor both for the speaker and for the audience. So if we don't create such a situation, such an atmosphere, the recitation of Bhagavatam, we will not get the desired result. Hare Krishna. So any questions or any comments?
What is the meaning of Jathaditam and Jathamukti?
Sorry, 1 second. What is that, Prabhuji? Yatha
What
idam
is the meaning?
yamadi. Here, I will tell you exactly here. It's not in this, no?
I think in the previous sloka it was.
Previous sloka? No, previous sloka. No. This is the first sloka.
I'm from chapter 3.
Yeah.
Maybe the last
So
one.
here it is. The leader of the assembly, Shaunaka, could estimate the value of the speaker, Sri Sudha Goswami, simply by uttering Yatha Ditam. Whatever he wanted to say to the speaker, and Yatha Madi. Madi means intelligence, buddhi, according to his intelligence and according to his hitam. Hitam means whatever the speaker wants to convey that. Where exactly this is not there in the.
I think this is chapter previous sloka maybe that.
Previous sloka it was there?
Yeah, looks like that is what I think.
Okay, let me see. The exact meaning I can tell you. Yeah. You're right. Yatha Yatha Madi. Means as far as my realization, yes. Yatha Ditam Yatha Madi. So as he has realized it, who? Sudha Goswami. From whom? From Sukadeva Goswami. So without adding, without subtracting, without diluting, as he has realized it, as he has understood it, he is without any speculation, he is presenting it to Shaunagadi Rishis. Haribol. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Okay, so next is a second, right? So next week we'll have it. Hare Krishna Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. Ananta Kodi Vaishnavati ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Go Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol.